Hey guys, it's Mary Lee the Diamond Dinosaur coming at you from my lair for a nice little whip today. I got some things to say about football and dinosaurs and Monarch. And I have a special guest with me today, my very own little baby dinosaur. My daughter Alexis has decided to join us for this whip and make her feelings known about some eagle stuff and some dinosaur stuff and whatever else stuff she wants to talk about. So let's jump right in. First of all, I want to say the stuff I'm using and I'm working with today. I am working with Rose Library from Diamond Art Club. Artist is Ivy Dullamore. I'm doing this canvas for the Ivy Dullamore paint along, which ends this month. I think it's this month. I thought it ended March 31st, but I digress. I could be wrong. If so, I will make a comment on this post. I'm using my Bijou Bliss rainbowish tray. My pen is from, I believe it's from Lady Lathe Custom Design. It's been a while since I bought a pen from them, so I'm not really sure. My putty is from Patsy Putty, and I'm using glue dots in my single placer. So this is actually what Rose Library will look like when it's all done. I am using my special drills from DP with sparklers. So let's hop right into it, because it's been a while, you guys. It's been a very long while, I feel like. So I hope everyone is doing well. We've all battled the winter. The first day of spring has come and gone. So we are in spring. So for those of us that have allergies, be prepared to die over the spring, because I'm sure they're going to be bad. What was that, Lex? Absolutely. Hold on, guys. I just lost my train of thought. It just went out the window. Exactly. Allergies. Like, she may have to talk a little bit louder because I don't have my little microphones up right now. That being said, guys, let's just jump right into... let's jump into my channel real quick. I did alter the name of my channel. It was just Diamond Dinosaur 33. And I have decided to change it with an idea from a friend. Thank you to Shenanigans with Verbs. Thank you, why. The channel name is now Diamond Dinosaur 33 Does Life. In general. So, that being said, right now, Diamond Dinosaur is going to talk dinos. Because of the new Netflix show, docuseries. If any of you guys have had a chance to watch it, or if you know about it, props to you. We always need to treat our dinos with respect. Because they are just everything. And if you ever get the chance to boop a dinosaur, you should boop a dinosaur. Hell, if you ever get the chance to be a dinosaur, you should just be a dinosaur. Because life would not get any better than that. It's narrated by Morgan Freeman, which is just amazing. I actually said to my daughter that he is definitely probably going to become the next James Earl Jones, because his voice is just amazing when he does these documentaries. It starts off, you know, in the continent of Pangaea, before it separated, and you know, and it just has like some of the dinos there, and AI is fabulous when it comes to stuff like this, because you actually get to see things come to life in general. The hard part I had with the show is that, you know, I'm watching an episode and it's telling us about, you know, the dinosaurs, the great reptiles, because they were here first. The great reptiles were literally here before the dinos. The dinos kind of a little bit evolved from the great reptiles. And how, you know, when Pangaea shifted and the world changed, so did the great reptiles for the most part, and there are other animals that were living on Earth at that time. And then everything starts to bloom again and life comes back. And now some of those animals evolved. And now you have, you know, birds that are starting to take the shape of dinos and all these other things. Then you have like the Cretaceous period and the Jurassic period and all these things. So it's, if you have little children who are going to eventually want to learn about dinosaurs, it is the perfect show because it's going to explain a lot of things. So I highly recommend it. I do have to finish watching, I think, the last 2 episodes, which I plan to do at some point this week. And I'll probably have to rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it because, you know, my life is only dinosaurs, hence the name, Diamond Dinosaur. So yeah, I definitely suggest watching it. So if you have listen, you know, you always see that meme on Facebook. I'm sure my daughter, she'll speak up if she's seen it, where they say, you know, what did the dinosaurs think? What did they realize what was happening? You know, and just, I don't know. I'm just very, very sad when I think about.
Don't bring up the Brachiosaurus.
You know, the dinosaurs when they passed or whatever and they moved on. But maybe if they didn't evolve, then we wouldn't have been here. So, I mean, we can look at things in that light as well. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I would have wanted to coexist with dinosaurs. I love them. I love them very much. But I don't know. I don't feel like walking my little whatever and then not realizing that there's a T-Rex behind me that's just going to stomp on me because he really doesn't see me because he's so big and I'm so small. You know?
You would know a T-Rex was behind you. You would hear it coming. You would feel the rumbling on the ground.
Well, I probably would know it because they are my people.
They're not your people. You have long arms. You have a wingspan.
No, they are my people.
They're not your
Dinosaurs
people.
in general are my people.
T-Rex are not your dinosaur.
Listen.
You don't have T-Rex arms. You don't have little arms.
Listen. They're my people.
Sure, Jan.
Period.
Sure, Jan.
Anywho, kids. Anywho. What is Alexis working on? Let's ask. Alexis, what are you working on today?
I think it's Spider-Man and Friends.
Who?
I think it's Spider-Man and Friends. I don't know. Spider-Man?
It is Spider-Man and Friends from Dak. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Terrible, and I'm not quite sure which superhero this is.
What's it look like?
Remember in the one Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, and he got the new Stark suit, and he was like screwing around with it, and like it got like it went all like metal, and like the spider legs came out. It almost looks like that, but not. It looks like that, but like if it was Blue Beetle, but red and gold.
I'm gonna tell you. Let's talk about Blue Beetle for a second.
I didn't see it, and the movie was probably really bad and not at all what Blue Beetle was supposed to be. Because the clips that I saw from the movie, and then watching like Blue Beetle on Young Justice, they don't compare.
You know, let's talk about that for a little bit, though.
Blue Beetle or Young Justice?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, to me, when they do a comic book movie based on a comic book, I don't think the movie should be ever considered crap. Or not good. And I'm going to tell you why. Because how many times in comic books have we seen a comic book character, a main character, die? And then 4 comic books later, or 6 issues later, they're back. Right? So you can build off a lot of things with comic books. So I think you kind of have to take that hand in hand. Correct. Right? So I saw Blue Beetle. I don't really know the backstory of Blue Beetle. But I wasn't mad about it. It was okay.
Correct. But then again, if you don't know the backstory and the character, you're not gonna know whether it's like a bad movie or not. So like, okay, you know that one of my favorite, who's my favorite Marvel superhero?
Your favorite Marvel? Spider-Man.
Exactly. You know that I cannot read any of the new Spider-Man comics that come out and haven't for years, and I'm kind of getting worried for how they're gonna go with this next Spider-Man movie because the writers of Marvel do not let Peter be happy. They have ruined Mary Jane. They have ruined Peter. Peter is not allowed to grow up. They don't let him change.
Well,
they ruined their character. They ruin their own characters that they make, and that's a big part of the problem. Because I mean, look at us. We love the Venom movies, right?
Mhm.
We don't know much. I didn't know a lot about the Venom character going in because I didn't read Venom comics. But you know, I know plenty of other people that hate those Venom movies because that's not at all how Venom was in the comics. Venom wasn't this jokey. He wasn't as joke and kid friendly as he was in the movie. Is not how he was in comics.
Yep, that's the one thing I noticed about Marvel is afraid of being dark to an extent.
Yes.
Let me tell you, DC Comics, they don't give a shit. Batman is dark, he's gruesome, he's this, he's that, and they've never changed his character.
Correct.
So,
But the issue I have with DC is they love to use, and I hate to bring it up, but they love to have a character that's been essayed in some way. I can probably name 10 characters that are like superheroes or some sort of a vigilante that have some sort of an essay story.
well, I mean,
They did it to Dick Grayson. They did it to Nightwing. If that tells you all you need to know about how dark and not giving a care about their characters.
I don't think it's that they don't care about their characters. I think they don't care about what opinion people have of their characters. Oh my God, you can't say this. You can't do this. My kid, no, I don't care. This is not who Batman is. Batman is Batman, period.
That's not what I'm saying. Where DC, yes, is not afraid to be dark and gruesome and things like that, and we love DC for that. They love to overuse an essay when you read the comics.
Well, it is what it is. I haven't read comics in a very long time. Again, going back to that Blue Beetle real quick, I wasn't mad about it. It was alright.
Blue Beetle was cool, very cool in the Young Justice show back in the day. It was very
I mean, but the
adorable.
people complain about Transformers too.
I mean, there's a lot to complain about.
But there isn't.
That's fair. If you're just going for the Transformers, which why else would you be going to the Transformers?
Exactly.
movie? They're great.
I'm not going to a Transformers movie to look at the storyline. I don't give a shit.
I don't care about Michaela.
I'm here to watch the Decepticons fight the Autobots and vice versa. That's all I'm worried about.
I am here
Are the names accurate or are the cars accurate? That's it.
I am here to see Autobots roll out.
Correct.
Sorry.
Don't
care about Sandwich Wiki Ladies Man 217.
Wait,
Not
hold
my
on.
problem.
Is Starscream, does he look like the plane he did in the show, in the cartoons? Does he look like the toy Starscream? That's all I'm worried about. Are we getting the same comment? You failed me yet again, Starscream. Period.
Which Bumblebee are we gonna get is always my favorite game to play. Vintage Bumblebee, new Camaro Bumblebee,
Well,
Bug Bumblebee.
that's true. They made Bumblebee into a Camaro, and that's okay. I wasn't mad about that.
I'm
I
not
really
mad
wasn't.
about that at all.
But again, I'm here for the
You-
Transformers.
You were definitely more upset about Megatron not being
I was.
what Megatron was in the TV show.
I was. Megatron initially was a gun when I was young, and he was probably my ultimate favorite Transformer. And to this day, whenever I go into a store, if I see something that I want, I will just buy it. And that goes back to when I was a young person, a young dino,
A young dino.
and I was in Walmart. I was probably I don't know, I was probably in my 20s, right? Because I was in college when the Transformers were out on TV. Every day at 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock was
Thundercats?
Thundercats. Or no, maybe 3 o'clock was Inspector Gadget. 3:30 maybe was Thundercats. 4 o'clock was the Transformers. And then 4:30 was G.I. Joe. Because there was no better character in G.I. Joe than Sartan and Cobra. Anywho, I used to reschedule my college courses to be around my cartoon schedule so I could be home in time to watch Thundercats, Transformers, and then G.I. Joe. So at that time, my favorite character in Transformers was Megatron. He transformed into a gun and either, popped up in Starscream's hand or Soundwave's hand, whichever. That's what he was. So I was a little disappointed in the movie when he did not transform into a gun, he transformed into either a tank or a plane. I was like, well, at least you're giving him two things, so I guess that's kind of cool. But you got to understand, like, it would have been very hard to transform this giant robot into a gun small enough for another robot's hand, you know? It would have been hard to do. So I kind of get it. But anyway, I digress. When I was in Walmart one time, I came across the Transformer toy of Megatron. You could transform him into a gun, or you could leave him as a robot. And I carried this stupid thing around the store the entire time I was in there. And then for whatever reason, I put it back on the shelf. I never saw it again. And I've regretted not paying for that and just taking it home with me.
Every day since you've thought about that toy.
Every day. So yeah.
I mean, I did the same thing, but then I was able to get online and order my Bumblebee and have it delivered directly to the house. And then I had it in my purse for like 6 months as a fidget toy.
Well, I mean, you had Bumblebee when you were little. You know, you had the big Bumblebee car that was an actual radio.
No, I know.
You know?
I had all my Transformers, but I couldn't find them, and I wanted to keep it in my purse to use as like a fidget toy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to transform Bumblebee in like under a minute.
All right, guys. I do have something to say about this special drill real quick. They're like, it's this right here. These drills right here. They're like a coppery color. My daughter had drills like this for her Jada Gem Shop, for her Hercules and her Princess Jasmine that she did. And they were beautiful. And these, I feel like, should look like that, and they don't. But who am I? I'm Arya Stark. A girl is no one. Period. Okay, so let's get back to the dinosaurs. So yeah, guys, if you ever get a chance to watch that show, I highly suggest it. It was really good, and I will probably watch it again and again and again until it's removed from Netflix. Side note, though, I was playing around on Paramount because I love the show FBI. Shout out to Zico Zaki. I love Owe Zidane. He's my favorite character on the show. So I'm glad to see that FBI is back. So I was watching it. A show popped up as a preview on the app for CIA. And lo and behold, who should be on that show but Tom Ellis? Oh my God, guys. I love Tom Ellis. His character, when he played Lucifer, listen, I say this all the time. I just said it the other day because now I'm stuck in the whole Lucifer loop now. I'm just constantly watching Lucifer. If I could be assured that Satan actually looks and acts like the Tom Ellis Lucifer in the show, first class ticket, please. Period. As my daughter's looking at me like and rolling her eyes, I know, if I could roll my eyes any harder. Facts.
Insert that clip of Dolly right there.
Correct. Go ahead.
When is the next season of Dracula?
Probably October.
Oh, Lord.
Probably October.
That feels a lifetime away.
I was listening to some Dracula yesterday as Mel was watching.
Where did she leave off at?
Yesterday was the end of the Monsters of Rock.
So has she seen?
No, that's the next episode. Ghost Ship. I was talking.
I'm not talking.
Oh, host so terrible. Someday we'll talk about drag on this channel too, because let me tell you, drag is everything.
One could even call it a weekly photo fashion review.
We could do a review of Dragula.
We could do reviews, REVIEW, not RUVIEW, not to be confused with fashion photo review with the icon Raja Gemini and Raven, and I think Emmy award winning.
Correct.
Raven.
Correct. We could. But let's get you comfortable doing this. And then maybe you could do your own channel and you can put it on there and I could be your guest. Okay. What else did I say? Oh, let's talk Monarch. Oh, girl. I just watched the last episode of Monarch. First of all, I don't like these Apex people because they're holding them little dinos in little cages and stuff. Come on now. Come on. They're living things too. I feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? They think they're going to control that Titan. You know what's going to happen with that Titan? Somebody going to get mad. He going to get the big hurt. And it's just going to be, it's going to end badly for that Titan. Go.
I've never seen this Monarch show you speak of.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of back history if you want
to
to.
ask one question.
Go ahead.
I'm very confused.
Go ahead.
You were talking about dinosaurs. You said we're talking about monarchs. And you don't like these apex people
Yes.
because they're holding little dinosaurs. And
They're
then
holding
you
the little monsters. Yes.
Okay, because I got very confused because from my knowledge, I thought Apex was in the Godzilla Monsterverse movies.
They
and
are.
Then Monarch was in the... I thought Monarch was part of the group in the Jurassic World movies.
No.
That's
Monarch.
why I was lost, because
no.
you said dinosaurs, and now there's a
Nope.
Titan. And now I'm very confused.
They look like little dinosaurs. They look like little dinosaurs with feathers, but they're like spikes.
Ooh.
They're running around.
I don't...
But they don't eat people. They're more predatory than territorial. They're more territorial than predatory.
So what, are they like the Cullens?
No, I don't know what they are. I've never seen them before. This is the first time I've seen them, and I just felt bad because they were in these little, like, enclosures. Okay, so basically, for those of you that doesn't know what Monarch is, Monarch Legacy of Monsters is a show on Apple TV that is part of the Monsterverse. The Monsterverse consists of Godzilla, Kong, Mothra, and any other King Ghidorah, Monster Zero, so to speak. Rodan is part of that universe. What else is part of that universe? The Skull Crushers are part of that universe. There's a whole bunch of monsters from Godzilla's time that are all part of this Monsterverse, right? So they decided to make this Godzilla TV show, and it ties in. So the first season of Monarch takes place right after the first Godzilla movie, I think in 2014 with Aaron Taylor Johnson, right? So that Monarch takes place, but it also does flip back. So it goes back to when Godzilla was first discovered and up till now, when he destroyed everything because of the Mutos, that's called G-Day. So anytime you have that's what it's called. It's just called G-Day because it's when he destroyed like the city or whatever. And then Monarch Season 2 takes place, and then you have Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong, then Godzilla, the New Empire, and Kong, the New Empire. Kong Skull Island takes place before Godzilla 2014. So they're bringing all these together, but Godzilla is becoming larger than life again because now you have Monster Zeros coming out, or Minus Zero. Godzilla Minus Zero should be out this year, I think. So Monarch is basically this business that I'm trying to explain to my daughter. Lex, you saw Kong Skull Island, right? Or Kong, when Godzilla versus Kong, where he's in his own little compound and he throws the wood, the tree through the roof. And that's when they're going to move Kong to another place. That facility that he's at is Monarch. It's part of Monarch's, one of their campuses, one of their...
Where he was with the little girl.
Yeah. So that place that he was living with that little girl, that was Monarch. That was a Monarch facility.
Okay.
Right? So that's why at the end of the movie, when you see they're there in the island with him in Hollow Earth, because there's a Monarch facility in Hollow Earth. Right? So Monarch is they are supposed to, I don't know whether it's protect. I forget what their actual motto is,
I can Google it for you.
but it's basically they do research. I don't say contain. They're not hurting the monsters. They're just, I guess monitoring would be a good idea, a good way to say it in a way. So basically,
Discovery and defense in a time of monsters.
yes, discovery and defense. That's what they're. So it's up to Monarch to discover the monsters and defend the world from the monsters, keep the monsters in check, so to speak. And Apex is just, I think Apex is just looking to find a way to control the monsters and use them as weapons. So that's not going to go well for them. You know, I've yet to see Godzilla in season 2 of Monarch. I'll be freaking out when I do. Because, you know, he's my spirit animal and I love him. Have since I was a child. Godzilla was born in 1954. He was, first Godzilla came out and I was born 11 years later. So, yeah. Was it 11 years? 6 and 5. Yeah, 11 years later. So I've loved Godzilla since I was a child. So if I could have Godzilla, if he was real and I could hold him and love him and squeeze him, I would. Even if I was only able to do it to like the tip of his tail because it's so big. And he could come in, he could lay in my yard like he did in the Coliseum. Right? Like he could just curl up out there. That'd be fantastic. He could live in the gravel pit behind the house. You know, it'd be good times. So yeah, if you guys have a chance to watch Monarch, if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely recommend it. I do think that when Godzilla first came out, because he used to be shown like on the Saturday afternoon Dr. Shock show where Dr. Shock would play all the old time monster movies. Well, Godzilla always fell in that category as well. And I think his initial movie, it was meant to be a horror movie, but somewhere along the line, people started loving Godzilla and he kind of lost that horror vibe and became almost like an anti-hero kind of thing, which I think that's where he's at right now.
I think he's just a giant lovable lizard.
Yes, he is a giant lovable lizard. Let me tell you, when he, in the last Godzilla Kong movie, when he curled up in the Coliseum and took a nappy nap, I'm like, he's like a giant sleeping puppy and I need it. I needed that in my life. I needed to see that specific scene, so I'm glad they showed it twice. The beginning of the movie and the end. I do think it's great that Toho is kind of going with the whole trying to bring it back to being a horror movie. Because let me tell you, if you all didn't see -1, when he's skirting through that water, chasing that boat.
I was gonna say, you know what still gives me nightmares?
That? Yes.
There are certain movies we've seen where I can't remember a lot of the scenes. That's one of those movies. That scene was horrific.
Yes.
I have a harder time getting back in the ocean after seeing that movie than seeing Jaws. Jaws is light work compared to that scene for me.
He's just looks so creepy, just like skirting through the water, and all you see is his eyes. I'm like, oh my God, I love Godzilla, but if I saw that coming,
you know what? I don't even think I would start praying. I would just accept my fate. I would just lay down.
Yeah, roll over like a dog. Here you are. Here, you can have me. He'd probably swim right past you anyway, and you'd probably just drown.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm like,
he
it was
wouldn't
horrifying.
do any damage. He'd just slap his tail on the boat would tip and then he'd all die.
Yep. Exactly.
It'd be
so it wouldn't even be pleasurable. Like if I had to die by something, I'd want to die by Godzilla. I would be okay with that. Just like if I got eaten by a dinosaur, I'd probably be okay with that too.
And that's why my mom wants to go swimming with the gators.
Yes, yes. Someday that will happen. Yeah, so I thought -1 was scary a little bit. Looked a little, reminding me a little bit of Shin Godzilla, maybe just a tad, just a tad. And now -0 is coming out, so I can't wait to see how that plays out. So yeah, Godzilla's cool. He's awesome. He's fantastic. Get another sip of coffee, kids. Oh, I get my braces this week.
Your Invisalign.
Mm-hmm.
Say Invisalign.
My Invisalign brace. So that's exciting and fun. And I also work next weekend, so, but okay. That was a choice. And I'm okay with it. Okay, guys. Now it's time for the most importante that I know that y'all are waiting for. Okay? Hold on, let me just open up my iPad here because I got stuff on here. There's my photos. Yes?
I'm waiting for the next topic because I also have something up on my phone if we're on the same page. I don't know if we're ping-ponging our brain cell back and forth. We are on the same
Okay, we're on the same page. We're on the same topic. Okay, so let's go flip right over. Diamond Dinosaur and her little baby today are going to go ahead and let's do some football, shall we? Let's go. Go Birds. The off season is upon us. It is happening. We are probably probably about 30 days maybe to the draft. Once that happens and everything gets settled, then we have OTAs. That'll be exciting. And then May, OTAs will happen in May, and then May will slowly be quiet. And then June will come and it will be quiet. And the end of July will get here, the middle of July, and I'll be living my best life because it'll be preseason football will be starting because it'll be training camp and then preseason and the regular season, and let's go Birds.
Well, most of June will be very quiet until about maybe the last week or so, because then the media will start going crazy because the Lord and Savior of this city has returned to his apartment.
Possibly.
Meaning our quarterback.
Possibly.
Jalen Alexander Hurts.
Possibly. Okay, what did you want to add on your phone? Let's see if I can dispute what she's going to say, kids.
You're not going to be able to dispute it because it came from the lips of Ian Rappaport.
Oh, well, then I don't want to even fight that. Go ahead.
I just wanted to discuss why it was smarter to keep Marcus Epps over Sidney Brown, because I don't really think Marcus Epps has done all that much for the Eagles in the last season or two. I don't think he's played that much. I don't remember seeing him on the field that much. What, you had a couple, standout plays?
Okay, Marcus Epps.
I know he was here in 2019 and 2022. So you were here after we won the Super Bowl.
I do believe he was here for the Super Bowl. I'm not 100% sure. I thought I remember seeing him in there.
I don't believe so, because if we won the first Super Bowl in February of 2018 and Epps spent Eagles 2019, 2022 in Philly, while Gray has been an all-time pro 3 times.
I'm not mad about Marcus Epps. Marcus Epps gives the safety room experience. He played very well last year, considering we didn't have a safety except Reed Blankenship.
He didn't play at all.
Marcus Epps, he did.
Then why was the other one in more than him?
Who? Which other one?
Who was...
Reed Blankenship.
And who was on the other side of Reed usually? Because it certainly wasn't Cooper. And
it was Marcus Epps. It was not Sidney Brown.
I'm not saying it was Sidney Brown, but I'm pretty sure... I thought it... Wasn't it? No,
Andrew Makuba got hurt. Your safeties were supposed to be Reed Blankenship and Marcus and Andrew Makuba. And Andrew Makuba broke his ankle, so he was out. So they signed Marcus Epps up from the practice squad, and Marcus Epps played with Reed. He played very well. He did what we needed him to do.
Sure.
Period. So I'm not mad about Marcus Epps.
Keep Marcus Epps, but you got rid of Reed.
Well,
there you go.
Okay, so let's just talk about, first of all, let's talk about the Eagle losses. Well, no, let me do it this way. Let's talk about what we gained. In free agency, we gained, number one, we gained Marquise Hollywood Brown, wide receiver. He will be our wide receiver 3. We still gonna have AJ Brown. Ugh. Okay, cool.
Stop being a hater.
I'm not being a hater.
That noise was the sound
I'm
of
being.
a hater.
I'm not being a hater. I'm respecting my team. I want what's best for my team and only what's best for my team. We gained Edge Arnold Ebiketie, which I'm excited for that. I'm excited for him. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how he's going to play out. He came from Atlanta. And we know that Hollywood Brown came from the Chiefs.
Got the Seahawks.
Um,
Right?
Yep. Ebiketie is going to be taking the place probably of Jalen Phillips, who we also lost in free agency. And side note here, kids, not worth the $30 million. So go ahead, Carolina, spend all your money in one basket, because this man had 2 sacks and 17 pressures, and that ain't worth $30 million. He was lucky he was going to get $22 million from the Philadelphia Eagles. So get the step and pack your bags and leave the city. We'll see you on the road.
$30 million for a kid who retired in college.
Because of a neck injury, and he is prone to injury. So, props to you, Jalen Phillips. It was good while it lasted, and I'm very glad that I did not invest in a number 50 Phillips jersey. We also gained cornerback Jonathan Jones, who I believe came from the Patriots, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. Sorry, I didn't do my due diligence there. He's just getting a 1-year deal, so we'll see how that works out. We need another, we're just trying to build our cornerback room because, Quinyon Mitchell can't be the only guy.
He can't be everywhere.
So, so there's that. We signed running back Damian Pierce just to make the running back room a little bit more. We let go, oh my God, what was his name? From the Packers. Dillard, AJ Dillard. Quadzilla. Let's leave it at that. Quadzilla. I believe, I don't even know where he went. Not that he did anything for us anyway.
He signed and then disappeared.
We got Andy Dalton, the quarterback, experienced quarterback, for a backup quarterback. And I know my daughter doesn't know who he is, but I'm going to remind her. When we went and saw the Cowboys and the Eagles play, or did we go to that game? No, we didn't go to that game. It was when Dak was hurt for most of the season.
Last year? Not the one that year?
Not last year, the year before. Dak got hurt with his hamstring or something was torn.
It was that year where we were like, oh, finally we're going to see Jay.
Yeah,
and they just kept missing each other.
They kept missing each other. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Andy Dalton was their backup, was Cowboys' backup quarterback that entire year.
Okay, respect to that. But you know what that tells me? Bye, Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner McKee is going to be up for trade, and they're probably going to wait and trade him during the draft.
We'll miss you, the Mormon missile. Did you see he just had his baby?
Yes.
I was so petty. You know what I did? I checked the photos because I was like, I didn't hear if he got traded yet or not, but I've been out of the loop. So I checked the background of the photos.
Oh, he's still here.
He's still here. He had his baby in the city.
Yep, he's still here. I'm very excited. We got Tyreek Woolen from the Seattle Seahawks. I'm very excited because he was a really good player for Seattle. And then for whatever reason, he didn't play as much last year. But when he played, he gave, he played. He was knocking that shit out of the park.
I did see a clip of him saying he was very excited to be playing with the Quinyon Mitchell. Yes.
So I'm excited to see how Tyreek Woolen plays out. My guess is at the end of the day, when the season actually starts, you're going to have Quinyon Mitchell on one side. You're going to have Reek on the other, with Coop in the middle as the hybrid. And then you're going to have your 2 safeties. Probably going to start off with Andrew Makuba. And depending on what they do in the draft, I'm kind of pulling for, oh my God, what is his name? You have that list written down in your phone at all?
I can go get it if you'd like.
Yeah, go get that list because it's Emmanuel. Oh, it's on my phone. It's on my phone. There's a safety out of Toledo. He was good friends with Quinyon Mitchell. I just can't remember. Emmanuel Warren. I can't remember his first name. He's out of Toledo. And he's a really good safety. I've been watching some of his highlights, so I'm kind of hoping that we can grab him in the draft.
Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Yeah, Emmanuel McNeil Warren is out of Toledo. So I'm kind of pulling for him. He's one of my, look, we're covering the draft at the same time. He's kind of my pick for safety. We also signed tight end Johnny Munt. He came out of Jacksonville. He got a 1-year deal for depth only. We need depth in the tight end room. I don't care what anybody says. This is probably going to be the last year for Dallas Goedert.
How dare you?
You know, I like Dallas. Dallas has been a it's been here forever, homegrown, drafted here, and he's already said that he wants to actually retire as an Eagle. So maybe they will sign him again next year to a 1-year deal, but he may not be the starter. You know, they need to get somebody under him that can grow with Dallas like they did with Dallas and Zach Ertz.
Jax DeJean.
But we shall see how that plays out. But Johnny Munt is a good blocker. We also signed, unfortunately, re-signed Grant. Can't block Atera because he can't block for shit. So, but that's just my opinion and a bunch of other people. We have safeties Marcus Epps and JT Gray, and both of those were pretty much added for depth in the position. So let's see how that goes. You know, again, let's all cross our fingers. We want Emmanuel McNeil Warren. That's who we want to get in the draft. He'll probably go in second round, though. Our losses this year, we lost Jalen Phillips. And he went signed with the Panthers for 4 years for $120 million. So good luck, Panthers. Let's hope he stays healthy. I mean, I don't wish any injury on any player ever. So I hope he balls out. You know, you worked for you came here. You did what we asked. You know, our team was not successful in the playoffs because of our shitty offensive play caller. So thank you, Kevin Petrulla, you piece of crap. The Eagles would have been better off with me calling the plays, period.
The Eagles would have been better off with my grandmother calling the plays.
Yes, and she's been dead for 16 years.
Not that, really?
Yes.
Good grief.
For those of you that don't know, my mother was a huge football fan, and unfortunately for her, though, she did like the Saints, so, you know, we all have our flaws. But she liked the Eagles, too. We lost Jalen Phillips, our edge, and we lost linebacker Nakobe Dean, which that kind of made me sad. Nakobe Dean has been with the Eagles since he was drafted from Georgia a few years ago. I'm very sad to see him go. However, he was one of my favorites. Listen, when he was hurt those couple of years, my faith in Nakobe Dean never wavered. Never wavered. Nope. But he has been sent on his way, and he's now a Las Vegas Raider, and he's signed with the Raiders for 3 years for $36 million. So good for you, Nakobe. I'm glad that you got your bag. There was no way we could have kept him because last year in the draft, our number 1 draft pick was Jahai Campbell, and he's a linebacker. So we really need to take the draft pick that we got and build him and allow him to grow. And he was not going to be able to grow if we still had Nakobe. So, and it's just a business. Just remember, it's just a business. Not personal, just a business. We lost Reed Blankenship, our safety, who he was signed by the Eagles as an undrafted rookie. He was never drafted in the draft, so because he went undrafted, an unsigned draftee, the Eagles signed him, and he was actually able to grow here. And maybe in his first year, towards the end of that year, he became our number 1 safety because we had lost somebody. And he signed with the Texans for 3 years, $24.75 million. And I'm sorry to see Reed go, but congratulations to Reed Blankenship. He just got married last year. They just had a baby, or they're having a baby. So good for you, buddy. You get your bag.
Oh miss you, Jahan.
And I'm
Dotson.
glad that he went to the AFC, so we will not be playing him twice. We lost Jahan Dotson, our number 3 wide receiver. He went to the Falcons, and he's 2 years, $15 to $17 million. I'm glad he got his bag. He was undervalued and underappreciated, I believe, as a Washington Commander. When we took him, it took a very long time for Jalen Hurts, our quarterback, to even throw the ball to him and trust him. And he was never going to get a back. He was never going to be a number 1 receiver in Philadelphia. That was never going to happen. He was never going to get his opportunity here. He was always going to be stuck at another number 3. So I'm glad that he was able to move on and get his money. We lost offensive lineman Matt Pryor to the Cardinals. A.J. Dillon, I mentioned A.J. Dillon before. He went to the Panthers as well. Linebacker Azeez Ojulari, who was a bust last year. He was able to go and get a bag. He went to the Falcons. We lost our backup quarterback, Sam Howell. He signed with the Cowboys. Boo. Good luck. We re-signed our tight end, Dallas Goedert. And with us re-signing Dallas Goedert and our punter, Braden Mann, to a 4-year extension, and our kicker, Jake Elliott, he got his contract restructured for cap savings. And, of course, we re-signed Grant Calcaterra, which I could care less about Grant Calcaterra. Can he catch the ball? Yes. Can he block? No. So
do we need to be like investing in a new kicker, or
when
am I, like delusional?
No, well, this is going to be, they're going to have to do something next year probably.
Next year.
But as far as cap space goes, this is why everybody hates Howie Roseman, the Philadelphia Eagles general manager. When free agency started, when the season ended, we had about $12 million in cap space. After getting rid of some players, signing some players, and restructuring some players, Howie Roseman is now sitting at about $40 million in cap space. So let's go. Bring on the draft. Let's go.
It's Howie season.
It is Howie season. This is not the off season. This is what we call in Philadelphia Howie season.
Baby.
So I'm very excited for the draft. So we're almost through. We're almost through the off season. We still have the draft to go, and then we'll be good. And before you know it, it'll be football season, and that's all that matters. So yeah, go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Let's get it done. Let's go. Let's do another one. We still have time to make another run with the players that we have. If we can get A.J. Brown to keep his mouth shut and his fingers off his keyboard, maybe things will work.
You watch yourself. He's got to keep himself entertained somehow.
Well, he can keep the media out of his mouth by not doing shady shit.
The media should keep his name out their mouth.
So, period.
You know the media loves to spin stuff for A.J. Brown. Oh no! A.J. Brown caught a touchdown from Jalen Hurts and they didn't do their secret handshake and celebration. Their friendship is crumbling. They hate each other. Jalen Hurts is the godfather to his children. Be so for real.
As you can tell, my daughter is very, very passionate about A.J. Brown. He is her favorite player, but she's still learning. She's still a wee lass, and she's still learning. You know, I just got to tell her, listen, it's just a business. It's just a business. I mean, I've been a fan for a very long time, so I've seen many of my favorite Eagles players come and I've seen them go, and that is okay. It's like confetti. It keeps things interesting. See what I did there, guys? I kind of related some football to some diamond painting. Yep. And you guys can't see this, but my grandson, Sherman, my daughter's little Pomeranian dog, for whatever reason, was just standing in the doorway staring at me for no reason. So apparently it's 10:03 and it's time for him to go to bed.
He's had enough of the day.
He's done for the day. He's like, I can't do this shit anymore. It's back to bed.
Frankly, I've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my breakfast.
Because his life is so hard.
It is. It's terribly hard to be an old man in this house. He comes and goes as he pleases. He rarely has to go outside.
Nope.
He gets protected if he does go outside because of the hawks and the eagles in the area.
Yep.
He gets crystal clear water out of the refrigerator. He don't get no tap water. He gets puppy food at 15, 14, however old he is now. 11, I don't know.
15. Going on 16.
And he's just stomping around in the kitchen. I can hear his little feet.
Well, he needs a diaper, so.
Oh, he's free willy right now.
So yeah, guys, this is the life of Diamond Dinosaur. I work, I diamond paint, I take care of dogs, I diamond paint,
And I yell about football.
I yell about football. Sometimes I play football.
Not since you tore your shoulder.
Yeah, not since I tore my shoulder. You know, I will say this. I was going to say this morning to my husband. I feel, for whatever reason, this spring, because right now it's damp outside, right? Every single joint in my body that has ever had a knife put to it for a repair is hurting. My left ankle, my right ankle, my left and right thumbs, my left and right elbow, and both of my shoulders are just hurting today because of this damp weather.
So, you've had sinus surgery too. Does that hurt too? The same way that, like...
No. No, my sinus surgery was just to clean out and make one side bigger so it didn't drain as often.
Gotcha.
So... And here comes my grandson back. Like, hey, why aren't you getting up to go to bed? Let's go.
He said hello.
Oh, he's so rude. Rude. So yeah, guys, we are sitting at, oh my goodness, probably about, I don't know, 45 minutes. So I'm going to sign off right now. I hope you enjoyed the company of my daughter. My mini dino. We got to talk a little dinosaur, a little Godzilla and Monarch, and some football. So, yeah, that's it for today. That's a lot. So let me know if you enjoyed my daughter's company, and maybe next time we'll talk a little drag and a little football. You never know. So I will talk to you guys later. Remember that RAR in dinosaur means I love you and appreciate each and every one of y'all. So please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way out if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. If you stop by just to check it out, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.